As always these days, I want to start by thanking you for watching my videos. I have a viewer request today from viewer xfailage. Hi Billy, my question for you is how do I decide when is a good time to move out of my childhood home? Does a person have to have a stable career to do so? And I believe that the best time to move out is as soon as you become a legal adult. Now, will your life be challenging? Yes. But at the same time, those challenges usually help you understand the world. When you don't really pay rent because of your with your parents, you when it's time to move out and other people have already settled into their like independent life, you're going to be very out of touch with reality in terms of like what's the rent like and groceries and cell phone bills, right? Those are all things that you're gonna have to be responsible for. And can your parents give you help? Yes, but I think that help with many parents sort of feels like an investment. So when they decide to sort of like guilt trip you into saying like things like, "Hey, we paid your college tuition, we raised you until blah 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 blah, so like you can't treat us this way," right? And so your parents' support, while it's good, it starts becoming like like a little bit of a shackle in your life, and the really nice thing about video games is like progression and leveling up, right? I think life is kind of the same way. You start out by couch surfing at your friend's place with very little belongings, and then you learn how to be frugal. When you learn how to be frugal, you're just kind of like you've mastered the art of being independent from money. You have that time, and then guess what? Like when you move out when you're young and you rarely ask help from anybody, you become very self-reliant, and when push comes to shove, like you can ask for help and it doesn't come across as like this guy always wants money because people will note that you're always trying to be self-sufficient. And when you actually run out of money and you do need a lot of help, it actually straightens out a lot of the priorities in life. But one thing that really messes this whole plan up is our society's view on poverty, because we like to believe that glamour is good, right? Like having lots of money and like living in a penthouse and everything. That's like the ideal to reach for. Like you gotta own your property and blah blah blah. And again, that's leveling up too. But like, what that being considered good also means, on the other hand, being poor is bad, and being poor is something you have to avoid at all costs. And if you are young, I really want you to explore the possibilities of poor and like not being financially lucratively like abundant and making that okay in your life. Because there's ton of people who are okay with not having a lot of money. And when you stop playing the money equals happiness game, then even when you have money, you'll be happy. Even when you don't have money, you'll be happy. And that's a wonderful resource to have, because so many people work like 80-hour weeks. I don't know, is that even possible? But like many hours and do overnights for what? So they can get paid overtime. For what? So they can get money. And for what? The end result is happiness, right? But the end result doesn't rely on money. And in my channel, there's a lot of videos about the pursuit of happiness and choosing happiness, regardless of the condition. And I'm hoping that those resources can be of wonderful help to you. But the whole point of coaching is self development. And why do we develop ourselves? So that we don't have to depend on others and we don't have to rely on others' mercy. We are in charge of our own life. We carve our own path and we move forward. And parents are good, family is good. But if you continue relying on them, this is something that happens so very often in Asian cultures, you just become a puppet for your parents. And that is no way to live. because no matter how in sync you are with your parents, you are not a proxy for someone's life. Value your precious life. Your parents gave it to you for that reason, even though they might not realize it. So that's my long spiel on when is a good time to move out. If you're an adult, right now. Do you need a stable career? It would be nice, it would be convenient for you, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you have a question you want to ask me, you can leave it in the comments.